So this is card number 13. It says, my life is unlimited in every respect. So I'm going to read this to you. I recognize that I am unlimited in all facets of my life. I see my financial balance as unlimited, so nothing I am choosing is limited by money. For I know I am a magnet, and I attract whatever level of prosperity, health, and relationships I choose. So this is just saying you have the power to create whatever it is that you want in your life. So we have a few cards left to go towards the second part of the reading. The Nine of Wands. This is a burden. So this is saying that we're going to talk about a burden that you've been carrying, and it's gotten heavy. You're nearing the end of it. This is the Nine of Wands. So we're going to find out what this is all about. Up in your highest energy is the Hermit, the card for Virgo. Virgo might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. The Hermit's a very spiritual card. It's about, they hear you. You spent time alone, the Hermit, of course, and you've been seeking your path forward in life. So the universe hears you. You want to come out of this place of feeling heavy, feeling burdened, and they're trying to shine a lantern and show you the way forward. I have the Page of Cups next to the Hermit and right above the Nine of Wands. So the Page of Cups is a young energy. This can be a card for Pisces because there's a fish in the cup. But this is a half a cup of love. It's not a full cup of love. It's very young energy, Page of Cups. Perhaps that's what you're being burdened by, is maybe you're receiving, or you feel like you're receiving, a half a cup of love from a relationship where you have a very strong connection. So right next to the Page of Cups is the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is union between two people. This is a strong soulmate card, strong connection. So there's a lot of love, there's a lot of joy and celebration. It can be a card of marriage. So I feel like you're really seeking your path forward. There's a very strong soulmate, very strong connection in your life, but it's becoming a burden because you feel like you're only getting half a cup of love from it. I have the Ace of Pentacles under the Hermit and next to the Nine of Wands. This is the offer, okay? I think you're trying to find your path towards a grounded, stable, long-lasting, committed relationship, and it might be with that Page of Cups, whoever is you feel like is not offering enough, because your heart might be in it more than their heart. At least you might feel that way, but it is becoming a burden, and I think it's because there's a lack of commitment here. I have the Page of Pentacles next to the Nine of Wands and under the Four of Wands. The Page of Pentacles, this is your pentacle. You want to share it with somebody. So it's under the connection. You can feel that connection because that's a very strong soulmate connection, the Four of Wands. And you just like, you've got this pentacle, but I don't feel like you're able to hand it out or offer it to this, whoever it is that's in your life. So you're trying to find your path forward, either with or without them. I think mostly with them, but let's see where this is going. Page of Swords is under the Ace of Pentacles. So far we have 3 pages, the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and now the Page of Swords. Well, the Page of Swords under the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, you're starting to get very kind of hyper aware that that pentacle's not coming forward. So this is making you feel like you're only getting a half a cup of love, okay? It's becoming a burden. You've got your sword out, and it's like you're just like, okay, I'm really paying attention to what you're saying. I'm paying attention to what you're doing. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. And so you're being very cautious. And it's like if you have to swing that sword, you will. It's not that you want to. You don't really want to, but you're really paying attention. I have the Six of Pentacles next to the Page of Swords and under the Nine of Wands. So the Six of Pentacles is being breadcrumbed. It's like, looking to see if their generosity is there, if they have any generosity, if they have any pentacles to offer you, or if they even have more to offer you that they're holding back on. I feel like they have been holding back with the Six of Pentacles, being under the Nine of Wands, and that's part of your frustration. That's part of your seeking a path forward, and how are you supposed to move forward, I do have the Queen of Wands, and this is really going to help you. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That might be strong in your chart, or someone else is around this reading. This is your energy. You have your sword out. We already know the Page of Swords, but this one is very strong, Libra, by the way. But with this card, you are speaking your truth, and you're asking for truth. So you're getting to the bottom of things. You're getting to the bottom of, how come, you're not wanting to any type of commitment, or, how come I feel like I'm just getting, a half a cup of love, or, I'm feeling really burdened by this relationship because I feel like I'm more into it than you are. Whatever it might be, this truth and clarity is going to really help you find your path forward. I think the Hermit is saying, ask the questions. Ask. Speak the truth. Very important to know how to move forward for everyone's sake. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need 3 more cards. And there they are. Just like that. Alrighty, for Sagittarius, I got the King of Cups right next to the Four of Wands. Well, this is you. See, I knew you had more feelings, or you think you have more feelings. We'll keep reading. But the King of Cups, all the kings and queens are male or female. All cards are male or female. The kings and queens are very mature in their thinking, not like the Page of Cups. But the King of Cups has a huge cup of love, and I think you do have a huge cup of love for this soulmate. That's why you're so torn. That's why it's becoming such a burden. But you're not going to put up with it if you figure out that this is not going anywhere, okay? But you do have that huge cup of love, not able to really hand it out because it needs to be a two-way thing for you. Who wants to hand out a huge cup of love to somebody when you're only getting a half a cup in return? And I think that's what you're thinking about here. I have the Wheel right next to the King of Cups, the Universe. Beautiful. So the Universe is involved. The Hermit is a very spiritual card. And they're trying to help you get to where you want to go for your better. It's always for your better. The wheel is turning. They're trying to direct you, steer you in the right direction. Okay? So, very, very powerful card. And it's trying, I think it's trying to lead you to where you can hand that cup of love out. I have the Six of Cups on the other side of the wheel. Another soulmate card. You may have known this person, this soulmate, earlier in life, maybe even as children. But that Six Cups of love, it's very sweet. It's like a card of renewal a lot of times in a relationship. It's maybe getting back to the basics of the relationship. Somehow, the universe is trying to bring you through this Six of Cups type energy to get where you really want to be and where the universe wants you to be, okay? So this soulmate here can be the same soulmate that's right over here. It may be something about talking about the past or remembering how you met, or, so something going on there where it's very, very sweet. This one's more advanced as far as soulmate goes, energy goes. But you really might have known each other from previous, in the past. I have the Six of Wands under the King of Cups and next to the Page of Pentacles. Six of Wands is the card for success and love. Well, that's where the universe is trying to take you. So, you want to hand out your pentacle? I think you're going to be able to, because that's what this card is all about. All those wands coming up in the background are people who love, care about you, celebrating your success and love. That wreath right there can symbolize engagement. It's a wonderful card. It's a card of joy. It's a card of celebration. And it's next to that Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So I feel like you're moving forward, and it is with the help of the universe. It's like timing. It's time to move forward, and they're trying to see to it that you are. I have the Seven of Pentacles next to the Six of Wands and right under the Wheel of Fortune. So the Seven of Pentacles is about you waiting for that commitment and waiting. You know, this bush is just not coming to fruition. It buds, but it doesn't bear fruit. You have an empty basket, and you're standing there, and it could be for years. Well, success in love is right under the wheel. You're going to get past that waiting. And it all comes from this truth and clarity. Communication can be the key to so much in your life. I have the King of Swords next to the Seven of Pentacles and under the Six of Cups, male or female. Very mature thinking, Air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That might be strong in someone's chart here. This is your soulmate, okay? We have the soulmate energy right here. It's going to be based on communication. It's going to be based on honesty, truth, speaking truth. The King of Swords is a little more guarded, yet they are always looking for the truth, okay? That's why they're guarded. I feel like this is the other person's energy, the soulmate's energy. They might have air in their chart. Excuse me. But I feel like it's this communication that the wheel is trying to get the two of you to become engaged in order to move forward in this relationship. You need to know how each other are feeling here in order to move forward. And you also both need to recognize this connection is very strong, and I think it goes way back. If it doesn't go way back in this life, it goes back to another lifetime. So, very important, all this conversation. I have the Sun right next to the Queen of Swords and under the Six of Wands. Can be a card for Leo. But this is all about fresh starts, new beginnings with lots of love and lots of joy. Wow, and there it is. The sun will shine right under the Six of Wands. And it comes from, I think it's you that's going to start this conversation. Because you're the first one with your sword out. And you're the one that's, reached this Nine of Wands. It's like it's got to break. It's got to give. Something's got to change. You need to find your path forward. And the only way to really know how to move forward is to have these conversations. So, your advice here is, you're going to heal. Okay? The Star is a deep, deep healing card. And it's about all the waiting. I think that you've really kind of need to heal from all the waiting that you've done in order to get past the past. You know what I'm saying? So past that Nine of Wands, past all these feelings of the Page of Cups. You need to get past the disappointment of no commitment coming through. And this is really getting right back to your bare bones, healing, remembering what you want from life, remembering what you don't want from life. So, what have you really been waiting for? You're waiting for them to open up. You're waiting for them to be engaged in this relationship. I have the Eight of Swords next to the Star and under the King of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, this is about not dealing with the situation. I feel like this is the other person too, the King of Swords. I feel like if they were to look around them, they would really know what you were going through. They would really feel the truth and the clarity. But instead, they have a blindfold on, and they decided not to pay attention to these swords, like red flags all around them about communication. They're like a clam, all clammed up. They do have feelings. They do have their own truth, but they're not. It's like, it's not really easy to engage them in a conversation about feelings, and a lot of this is about feelings And I think that they've just been ignoring all this, but now they're going to have to deal with it because you are coming forward with your sword like you must know, because you're seeking your path forward. So you need to know what direction you're going in. And so they do engage. And it might be like pulling teeth to get them to, open up about a few things, but that looks like that is the key to the success in this relationship. And I think you will have success because the Wheel is here, the Six of Wands is here, the Four of Wands is here. There's so much going on. I just feel like this can be fixed with conversation, the whole thing. So, Sagittarius, I'm taking you out and Guardian Angel and Spirit Guide card in case you haven't noticed that yet. And we're going to find out what they have to say about either this. It may not have to do with this. Maybe something else going on in your life. There's never just one thing going on in someone's life. And, nope, there it is. Okay, well, we're taking that one. Glasses. So, it's the Seven of Thought. I'm going to read it to you. You've been confused about a situation in your life, and now suddenly everything is completely clear to you. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, disclosed by a friend, or discovered on your own, it feels great to be awake and aware. And that is exactly why the Queen of Swords comes out and seeks that truth and clarity. And it is going to really help direct you with the help of the universe to your path forward. Feel free to ask for time alone if that's what you need. So you might need to take some time alone. You may need to tell them you need some time alone because you have to figure out where this relationship is going. Maybe they won't talk at first. I don't know. But that is your advice from your guardian angels and your spirit guide, Sagittarius. So there is hope in this relationship, and the key here is the King and Queen of Swords. This is what your relationship needs to be built upon: truth, honesty, clarity, and conversation.